It's no secret that commercial real estate is going through a really rough time. I mean, office buildings are being sold so cheaply, and the default rate on office buildings and retails is getting to an all-time high. It is getting ridiculous.
It's just progress.
I am seeing, as a lender myself, properties that were 2 years ago fully occupied to now you can barely get one tenant in the office. It is getting ridiculous, guys. This is something that I know a lot of people think won't affect how the housing market, that they think that won't affect the normal everyday person. But I am here to tell you, that is not the case, because you don't want a bunch of vacant buildings in your downtown area.
Yeah, damn right.
Let's be real. Do you want that? Do you want a bunch of vacant Targets and Walmarts in your neighborhood? You don't want that. And we're going to talk about how it's going to affect you. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, make sure that you sign up for my newsletter. Guys, it's free. You cannot beat it. It gives you tons of value. And as always, if you need any type of financing, commercial properties or investment properties, I am your man. I have been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and in the description. Guys, listen, U.S. commercial real estate is headed towards a crisis. It's already here. I'm sorry, it's already here. I'm in the industry and I already know it's here. It's been brewing for the last year and a half, 2 years. We have seen it during the pandemic when everybody was doing remote work, when everybody was at home. It just caused the commercial real estate industry to collapse. Now we're here where we're seeing tons of places like multifamily. We're seeing tons of office buildings. We're seeing tons of retail all being on fire sale. It says here, U.S. banks face a reckoning. Over the next 2 years, more than $1 trillion in commercial real estate loans will come due, according to the Conference Board calculation. And guys, listen, this is crazy. $1 trillion of property will become available. So if you're looking to get into some commercial real estate,
That sounds good. I'll have that.
the time is now. The time is coming up. And this is the problem, guys. We're starting to see tons and tons of properties. What are we seeing right now? What are we seeing right now? We're seeing that individuals, these companies like BlackRock, these equity firms, they're all giving the properties back to the banks. They're saying,
Listen, we made a mistake. We overpaid. We overpaid for these properties.
Wait, what?
you don't believe me? Let's just take a look at some of the losses that we're seeing from these huge companies. Goldman Sachs hands over 82 San Francisco apartment buildings to lender, totaling 1,200 units, $688 million loan default, guys. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You think I was thinking,
Orlando, how is this gonna really affect my area? How is this gonna affect housing just in general?
and I would say to you, if you have a bunch of vacant units, a bunch of vacant properties that are in your area, let it be single family, let it be office or retail, all of that's going to affect, because if there's no businesses in the community driving income to your community, then you lose taxes, which brings down the schools. Then no one wants to live there because there is no amenities.
Bye. See you when I see you. Goodbye.
This is the truth. This is reality, guys. If you see all of these commercial properties being vacated in your area, it's going to affect housing prices coming down. And the reason why is not a good one. It's not a good one. The reason why is no one wants to live there. No one wants to live in a place where there's nothing to do. That's the reason why people leave rural areas and move to cities, because it's more to do, more amenities, parks, swimming pools, all this other stuff, places to shop, places to go eat. If all of these things are deteriorating and they're just disappearing because of the vacancies, then prices will come down. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking.
Orlando, does this mean that these things won't come back? If I buy a property that is cheap, will it come back eventually?
And my answer to that is yes. Eventually it will come back. It won't just, deteriorate so much to where all the units, if you bring the price down low enough, someone will buy it, and then you will easily be able to put someone in those units. So that's what you need to be looking for.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
We need to be looking for great deals that come into that area so that you can purchase those and then be able to bring down that rent price to put people in those. But here's the thing, if the property is going back to the lenders, so you have to really really keep an eye on the local area to figure out exactly what's happening. Hundreds of banks hold an outsized amount of CRE loans on their books relative to capital. Small banks, assets of 100 million to $1 billion, and mid-sized banks, assets of 1 billion to 10 billion have commercial real estate values far exceeding the risk-based capital level of 158% to 228%. That basically means that their expenses outweigh their income. It's the easiest way to explain that.
Very cool.
The capital that is coming in, the money that they actually have, the amount of debt that they're giving out far exceeds what their actual capital is. And that's a no-no in the banking industry.
Are you sure this is legal?
228%? Think about this, guys. Banks try to tell you, cap you at 40% your income, and they're doing it at 228%.
They're not on my level.
Something's got to give. Something's got to give, and it will give, guys. It will give. A lot of these banks will start shedding all of these properties. They cannot take so many hits of taking back the property. They cannot take so many hits of reworking loans. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. And here's the thing. When I started to see things happening with multifamily, I knew something was up. On my side, I'm starting to see where people paid for apartments, multifamily, which is the darling of commercial real estate. They paid 40, 50, 60% over asking. You know why? You know why, guys? Because they thought, that rent was going to continue to go up. And the same thing is with office buildings. The same thing with retail. Everyone thought the same exact thing. Guess what? We can continue to charge these guys more and more and more. They're going to pay it. And companies said, we're not paying that. You guys as tenants said, are you kidding me? You want to charge me what?
$600 more a month? And then are you kidding me? I'm gonna move in with my parents.
That's what's starting to happen. And now, all the pundits, all the guys on YouTube, all these other guys are starting to say, well, we may have a problem. We may have a problem that's going to bleed over into the rest of the economy.
Really?
So my point of my video is to let you guys know that CRE real estate is in trouble. It's getting to a point to where there's going to be a lot of properties that come on the market. There's a lot of properties on the market already. All you have to do, guys, LoopNet, go to any of these other places where you look for commercial real estate, and you will see tons of office buildings, tons of retail. There's so much opportunity that will be coming up. I don't necessarily say it's right now. I would say that it's coming up. You probably can find a deal right now, but as always, I think the more patience you have in this, the better you will be. There's gonna be some fantastic deals coming up, guys. And I just had to make this video just to give an update on where commercial real estate is, because a lot of these bigger companies like Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and all these other guys that just bought are now giving back the properties, and they're washing their hands of some of these properties and saying, you know what, we overpaid, we'll take the hit, no biggie. As always, we know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. No, we know that. You need to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you in your first rental property. And the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.